Hi guys, it is the second week of January and we are jumping back in where we left off last week with Joseph, and his brothers left him in the pit, and so we're going to hear the rest of that story this week and then hear about how Joseph explained dreams and all of that as far as his brothers go, and we'll just continue that story. So we're going to be in Genesis 39 through 41, I believe. And our main point is God gave Joseph power to understand dreams. And so your small group activities for this week, your opening pre-large group activity will be with cups. And so you'll have 2 sets of cups. There will be 11 cups total. 10 of them will be one type, one style, one color. I don't know exactly what they're going to look like yet. But, oops, sorry about that. 10 of them will be one style and one of them will be a different style. For example, I am using these cups with a blue one in the middle. Typically the blue one or the different colored one would be at the same place for both sets of your cups. And what you will do is divide your group into 2 different teams, and they will race to get the blue cup or the other color cup to the top of your stack. So you'll have your group sit in a circle, you'll pass them around, and then one person will move it down, the next person will move it down, the next person will move it down, the next person will move it down until the blue is on top, and then they win. And then you can keep playing that for however long it goes over well in your group. And then your connection point is that the cupbearer remembered Joseph and had him come share or talk about the Pharaoh's dreams. So you're really just making that connection point and then reminding kids that you're going to be talking about Joseph this week. So that's for all ages. I'm sorry, my computer is doing weird things. That's for all ages for pre-large group. And then post-large group, you'll do discussion and Bible skills with all the ages. And then for first grade, you will have an activity / worksheets to work on. There's some coding, decoding to do on there, and there's a coloring sheet on the back. And for second and third grade, you guys are going to do a prayer and journal time. And so you're just going to give each child a blank sheet of paper and writing utensils. And then there's some questions to talk about. It's an application time, so you're going to want to help them be introspective a little bit and kind of reflect on what the story was teaching them. So it's going to be a step further, not just remembering more like factual things, but actually integrating it into their own life. So some of the questions are, what does this story teach me about God or the gospel? Make sure you're listening for that Jesus connection point in the story. Are there any commands in the story to obey? How are they for God's glory, and how are they for my good? So there's some different questions on here, and you're going to want to help your kids answer those questions and just think about the story in light of themselves. It's super important for them to understand what the Bible says. Obviously, God put all of this info in for a purpose, and so we want them to understand what the Bible tells us, but we also want to understand why God is telling us that and how it relates to our own life. So, again, I know sometimes it's difficult, specifically at the 11 o'clock, because it's hard to have a quiet moment, but definitely take time for prayer as much as you can with your group. I do believe it's important to pray together, have the kids pray, etc., etc. Again, feel free to always use space in the hallway or in a nook or cranny that you can find in our space, because I know it's challenging sometimes. So that's all I have for this week. A couple of reminders, though, I just wanted to let you know. Specifically during large group, unless it is an emergency, no one should be leaving for large group. We're not getting drinks. We're not just like hanging out with our friends. We're not going to the bathroom with our friends. So if you could help enforce that, that would really, really, really be helpful. Also, one thing I am going to be pretty dogmatic about is standing during worship. I just think it's a sign of respect. So if you see kids around you that are not participating, we can't force them to participate, and that's okay. That's a matter of the heart. But they definitely can stand. One, because I'm asking them to every single time. and to just out of respect for God and our time together. So if you could help me with those things, that would be really great. Thank you for all that you guys are doing, and yeah, I'm praying for each of you. Have a great day. See you soon.